I've been racking my brain for fun ideas that I could do with my baby this summer. And if you're like me and looking for fun and creative things to do with the whole family, then this video is for you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Mommies of Jen. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Samantha.
And we make videos on how to teach, love, and care for your kids. So if you want more videos like this, go ahead and hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss one again.
So by the end of this video, you will leave here with 8 fun ideas that you can do with your whole family, including your newborn.
Hey guys, so one of my family's favorite activities is to fly a kite. And we usually do this either at a park, maybe even the beach because it gets a little breezy. And if you really want to be above and beyond, you can go ahead and build your own kite with your kids. We'll link some ways that you can build kites below and just get your kids excited about it.
So the next idea that we have is to go camping with the whole family. And you know, Vanessa, I have to tell you, in complete honesty, I have never been camping.
Oh, you're missing out.
I've never been camping, but what I have done and what we try to do, Omar and I, even before Ethan was born, is we try to go away and to a remote place and get an Airbnb, like a cabin in the middle of nowhere, and it still gives us that relaxing time together. And we recently just did this with Ethan.
Nice. So yeah, we love camping, and you know that I'm a big camper. I've been going camping with my family for about 20 years. We go 3 times a year, usually Memorial Day, all the big holidays. One time in the summer and then Labor Day. But the kids really enjoy it, and Noah and Jade have actually been camping since they were in my uterus, because that's how big of campers we are. So we go, there's nothing better than being out in nature, s'mores, and just campfires, swimming by the river. Yeah. We also pack their bikes and they go bike riding there. So it's just a beautiful, technology-less experience.
Especially for us from the city, right? So our next tip is to find a local pool, and I'm really excited to do this summer, is to bring Ethan, who's 7 months old now, to a local pool, or I have a friend with a pool, to have him experience and play with the water, and of course like being safe and making sure that he has the appropriate gear like sunblock, but having him play with water in a pool.
Oh, I don't know, in my experience both my kids loved the pool. And again, I've been taking them since they were very little, so they love splashing around. Yeah. And you also need that sun for vitamin D.
Oh yeah,
so
and
that's great.
To stay cool during that. I mean, today is what, 92 degrees? Yeah.
Yeah, today would have been an awesome pool day. All right, guys, so our next tip would be to visit your local library, because it has a ton of programs available for moms and their kids.
Yeah, so today, every Wednesday at my local library, they have Mother Goose Time, where they play music and read stories to babies from newborn all the way to 2 years old. So that's something that I'm going to start making part of my weekly routine with my baby while I'm off for the summer. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, and the great thing is that they usually have dedicated times for different age groups. So even if you do have teenagers and maybe they're not doing much at home, because we know that teenagers, you know, they don't like to go out a lot sometimes, they give you a hard time. They have a lot of programs at the library too, or if you have school-age children, anywhere between kindergarten to I would say 7th or 8th grade, they have tailored programs just for those age groups.
It's definitely an untapped resource, I think, in everybody's neighborhood is your local public library.
I go often, and I gotta tell you that it doesn't have a big turnout, and I always wonder why people are not taking advantage of this. And if maybe you're not home, right, because you're a working mom and maybe you have a caregiver at home, have them take a walk to your local library if it's close enough.
Yeah. So the next one is another one I'm looking forward to this summer, is beach with the baby. Oh, I can't wait.
I love it.
Playing with the sand, making sand castles, splashing in the water.
You remember how Jade would take the sand and just put it all over herself last year?
Right? I mean,
she was so cute.
That's one way to make a sand castle.
She would eat the sand. She would be like,
And just like, you know, experiment. How many textures do they get to feel? That for a baby to experience the feeling of sand, for the feeling of water, the sound of waves. Oh, I'm so excited.
And it's interesting because last year we went to the beach quite often with Jade, and she loved it. She loved putting the sand all over her. And then this year when we went back, which was actually last week for the first time this summer, she didn't want to step on the sand.
Oh.
She was like, put my shoes on, and she was going crazy. And now that I've taken her a couple of times after that, she has gotten used to the sand again. So yes, textures are very important for children also, even for just development.
Yeah.
So another favorite activity of mine, I'm very active with my kids, you know that, and the one that I like the best is petting zoo.
Yep.
Or visiting the aquarium, or anything where they get to interact with animals, right?
Yeah.
And feeding the animals. And this is great because they just get to see up close and personal all of those animals that they see in books. So it's just bringing all those books to life.
Yeah, and I know we have a dog at home, and Ethan stares at her and has already learned how to pet her, and we teach him things like we gotta be gentle, and just these little things where the baby can learn how to interact with animals. And at the petting zoo, that's a skill also. So something that you might not have thought of, or might not seem like something fun or extravagant, it's something simple, but just the local farmer's market. So take a walk to your local farmer's market, and there's so much learning that could happen there, even for my little one. There's so many colors, and there's so many textures, there's people, opportunities to socialize, and you know what? I used to go to the farmer's market every weekend with my friend, and we still go every weekend, but now with my little Bubba. And it's just like it's a way for me to catch up with my friends, which is super important for new mamas, not to be isolated.
Even veteran mamas.
Yeah.
It's good to just catch up with your friends.
I think that we need to make another video. Let us know if you would be interested in that, and how to keep up with relationships after children, your friendships especially, because they're so super important. But I think that's a way for us to both interact with our children and also have an opportunity to catch up with friends. So at a local farmer's market.
Yep. Alright guys, so we also live in New York City, and one of the best things about New York City is that you can catch a show anytime, anywhere you go. There's a ton of free shows available if you go on the New York City website, but I personally love bringing my 8-year-old, Jade's too little still, to catch a show.
Yep.
Just recently we went to see Savion Glover. He's a famous tap dancer, and Noah was in love. And because we live out in the suburbs, we kind of made it a whole city adventure, and I usually just take him into the city on the train, which is a big one for him. We eat out in the city, we walk around, we catch a show. You're exposing them to music, you're exposing them to culture, you're exposing them to the arts, and that will eventually have just long-term benefits for your kids.
They learn all the things they can be.
Yep.
Right? So look at this tap dancer who made it his profession to become a professional tap dancer.
Oh, he was amazing, by the way. I love him.
Just teaching that is just, endless benefits to that.
Alright guys, so if you have any other ideas that you may want to share with us, feel free to comment below. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell so that you can continue to get more videos like this.
Thank you, and see you next time.